Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Tanner and I here are at our rehab house here in Inverness. And this is part 2 of a 3-part video, just taking you along the ride of walking through this house with us and on our journey of flipping it. And so Tanner's been kind of the head project manager here. We're probably roughly like 50% done. And now, since we kind of crossed that threshold with major milestones, the remaining 50% of the project is going to go by a lot faster than the first half. So, Tanner, any kind of update that you want to share, like along the journey so far?
Yeah, absolutely. This project's been a blast to work on. This is a fun one because it's a bigger one. You can do some of that HGTV kind of stuff. So we're going to show you guys a lot of floor plan changes and just some bigger ticket items that you don't always get to do in a flip. But a project like this presents those opportunities for it to be big budget. So we're going to walk you through them. This is the 50% update. So we're doing a lot of quality control and controlling of the schedule. That's primarily what we're focused on. Are all those plans and stuff that we set in motion, are they actually being executed on in the way we thought they were and to the level of quality and finish that we need to hit the price that we're hoping to sell the home at?
Yeah, and so like Tanner was saying, it's pretty important for you to go back and watch the first video. We walked through how we found this deal, the numbers we bought it, what we're rehabbing it for, what we plan to list it for. So go back and watch the first video if you haven't already, because watching this video, you're gonna be able to see a lot of updates. And so that's our main goal, is to show you the major changes that we've done so far, and just talk around the process along with that. And what makes me happy here is, as you see us walk through the house on the outside, you're going to see our workers here getting after it. So as rehabbers, you always like to see people on the project.
That's right.
That's right. So yeah, well, let's start at the backyard. So I know, Tanner, we didn't start out just doing the landscaping. We just demoed most of the landscaping pretty recently. So we're going to show you the exterior first. But like, we have cleaned up all this stuff right here, all in between the crepe myrtles. And the backyard's gonna see the biggest transformation right now.
That's right, Parker, because it's the later part of the year, so we can do landscaping in phases. So you can see a lot of debris and underbrush that's been removed and how it's really opened up the property. But we don't have to go back immediately and start planting because we're not in the growing season.
Yeah. So, what we want to show you back here is, in the first video, there's a lot of overgrowth, backyard, the fence was deteriorating. And so with a house this magnitude and this type of asset range, we've got to make sure that the landscape and the yard and everything looks good. So pretty massive change here. Demoed out trees, demoed the fence. We came back with a new fence. It's completely open. And we still got a little bit more work to do here, right, Tanner?
Yeah, that's right. So a big thing when you're doing exterior work, especially when it involves trees, is you got to get buy-in from your neighbors. So in between this last video and this one, we've gone and we've talked to both of the neighbors and made sure some of the changes we're going to do they were okay with, or they weren't going to fight us on at a minimum. And then also, if there's any easy things that we could help them with, since we've got a bunch of people here, we'll take care of that too. Our goal is to improve not only the house, but also the community. We want to be someone that the community wants to exist.
Yeah.
We try to aim for that. What you're seeing here specifically is all the scraping and all the removal of things. So we wanted a good backyard for a family, because that's likely who's going to be buying this project.
Yeah.
A lot of those people have dogs, so they needed a new fence that they can't escape through, and they want some sod for their kids to be able to play in. So in this backyard here, that's what we're going to do. We opened it up so the sun could come in. We're going to plant sod here in this main part, and then have a little natural area over there as well.
Yeah, and real quick, like, you hit it on a great point. When we're thinking about our exit strategy the entire time, who is going to be the buyer for this house? It's a 4-bedroom, 5 with a bonus room, 3-bath, 3.5 bath. Who's going to, most likely a family. You're in a good school zone. Families most of the time have kids. They would prefer a fenced-in backyard. They probably have pets. Instead of having it and then going, well, you get under a contract and they ask you to build a fence, we're already going to have it here for them. And so that's what we're just keeping that thought in mind of how are you going to exit it? Who's buying it? Like, think about if you were in their shoes, what would you need? Go ahead and have that here for them.
Exactly. So we're teeing things up to start on the exterior, but of course you've got to remove some of the things first.
Yeah.
So that's the update for in the back, but we also made some progress on the inside as well.
Yeah. Again, watching that first video, we had 2.5 baths, 3,500 square feet. We've got to add another third bathroom somewhere. So that's been probably one of the biggest updates that we have so far. We decided on the best place to have this was down here in the basement. There's a bonus room in here. Figuring this out was the washer dryer hookup was in the main floor in the kitchen. We don't want that in the kitchen. So we had to bring that downstairs, really directly down, and then we tied in on a bathroom on the side. But we just took a little bit of the garage. We made it to where you could still pull a car in here very easily, but we utilized some space that I think was the best decision.
Yeah, absolutely. And the placement of those things was the hard part, because you got to get your rough plumbing right, and you want to get into the slab as little as possible.
Yeah.
So doing it over here makes sure the main sewer line wasn't important, and really the reason we were able to do it is because we could access it so easily. So not a ton to look at here because that's a fresh new wall, but if we came around to the other side, it'd give you a better idea of the layout.
Yeah.
So we talked about the location of the rough plumbing being important. It's also important to group all your plumbing items close together for that exact same reason. You want the pipes to be able to be used by as many rooms as possible, and to just be easy to relocate during the renovation, because that's ultimately going to be your cheapest option.
Yeah. So if you want to come in here, we have the lights cut off in this area because we don't have any lights in here yet, but new washer dryer hookup. So if you see right above here is the main area living room where the washer dryer was originally. And when we take you up there in a second, you're going to see a whole different layout. That's super important. But down here, out of the way, laundry room area. And then we've got our third full bath in here, an exterior wall here. Very cool walk-in shower as well. So this is the downstairs bonus room. You know, you could figure out how to do it any way you need to. But this has been a major change to fixing the plumbing.
Yeah. I know some of the flippers watching this are going to say, are you making this into a bedroom? The answer is actually no. More bedrooms is not always better. We want a good flow to the house. And when we were looking at this room with the fireplace and kind of the location of the exterior door, it didn't seem to be a good fit.
Yeah.
So we decided just to keep this as a den, but we wanted to still make it functional with the bathroom. So in case somebody does need to live down here for some duration, they can, but it's not how we're going to sell the property. It's not really a typical flow for this sort of area.
Yeah, right. And that's a good point, Tanner. It's like the number of bedrooms is not always the most important. It's about functionality is the most important. Again, keeping that in family in mind. 4 bedrooms is probably enough for a lot of people, with the addition of the bonus room downstairs, which could be turned into a bedroom, but we'll let them decide if they need to do that or not. And so as we come up the stairs here, this is the main floor. There are no bathrooms here. So originally where we were just at was the entranceway to this kitchen was right here. There was a wall directly right here, all the way over there. This is where the laundry room was originally. So we blew out this wall and we put the laundry room downstairs. And now you have a huge open concept kitchen into your step down living room. Great entertainment space. Like hands down is a game changer. How open it is.
Yeah, this was an older home to where they used to keep the kitchen separate. I believe for entertainment purposes, so people could gather and not be disrupted by the kitchen. But the modern buyer doesn't want that anymore. The kitchen and the living room are the centerpieces of the house, and they want a full flow. So you can now be in the kitchen, do your thing, prepare your meal, have conversations, and you can flow in and see the living room.
Yeah,
it's all connected.
Absolutely. And again, we love seeing the progress going on in this house as we're here. But again, you have two main rooms here. So now that when you're in that living room, you can see entirely through here. So just, huge difference there that people are going to love nowadays.
Yeah, we really wanted to highlight in a higher price point home, that feeling of spaciousness, that large room. You want to feel like you're in a big house.
Yeah.
And we think that we've now achieved that.
That's exactly right.
A critical component of selling a property at the price we want to try to hit.
Yeah. So as we move upstairs, here we made some huge changes as well. Now thinking about this, all 4 bedrooms are on the top floor. And so you kind of have this square layout up here on the top floor. You had a very old, early 1980s shower in the hallway bath. Well, again, as Tanner and I think about who's going to buy this house, it's a family. What do families need in a bathroom? They need a tub. Wash kids in. So we reconfigured this entire bathroom. Came in here, put in a tub. So come in here and look at this. But I'll step out for you to come in here. But as you do, again, go back and look at that first video in this bathroom. It is a major change. But vanity, toilet over there, nice tile shower, vaulted ceilings here. Really an open bathroom. And a great use of space here.
Yeah, Parker hit the nail on the head. You want the tub for the families. And one critical detail that some people I think miss is tile it all the way up to the ceiling. The wash is all up in here, so not only is it a better design from that perspective, but I think it just looks a lot cleaner. You can see there's a little bit of overhang there in the tub too. Anywhere where water's going to be, we want to try to protect it. And those are just some of the touches. In addition, the little shower shelf there, which is a tongue twister. But it's a little detail. It's really easy to add. People love it.
Yeah. All right. So for the major change up here is the master and the master bathroom. And again, thinking about our end buyers. All right, you're going to be buying $600,000-$700,000 house. The mom and dad are going to want a place where they enjoy, that's big enough. And on the first video, you had the entrance to the bathroom right over here, and it was actually a weird Jack and Jill bathroom to the other bedroom over there. So it's like
Jack and Jill master.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
That doesn't fly anymore.
And so we closed off that, and there used to be a long hallway closet right here. And so we took that closet out, moved it over here, and plenty of space for a his or her closet that you can, look, I can't even touch the outsides here. So plenty of space for them both to enjoy a closet. And we really wanted to sink and put the most amount of money into this master bathroom. So if you come in here, again, you won't even be able to tell the difference between the first video and the second video. It looks like a completely brand new house, almost like you're walking into something completely different. So stand-up shower here. As you come in here, skylight in the bathroom. This, in the old concept, you would have walked through the door right here. Your vanity would have been right here, and then you had to walk over there to like your toilet, and that was it. So then you've got your stand-up shower here. You got your double vanity here, and then where you're at is sitting in a tub. So you have that tub for the wife who wants to soak forever. And so you have the best of both worlds here.
That's right. We continued to tile on through the bathroom here. I did say you tile all the way up to the ceiling in a shower. On this side we do have a tub, so the water can be all the way up there. So not contradicting there, it's just a little different utility. Parker said it right. Tub, vanity, toilet, shower. I mean, those are the major things. Mm-hmm. We always want to focus on the master bath. That's going to be a huge selling point. That's really how you move houses, master bath and kitchen. Those are two of the biggest areas. So we really want to knock people's socks off with the shower. Yeah. And based on the sizing of it, I think we've achieved it. Yeah. Natural light, big shower. You've got your shelf once again, and then you've also built in a seat because we had a little extra room.
Yeah.
Those are just nice to have things that just don't really cost much to do.
And on that point too, the contractor we're working with is also going to be the realtor, husband and wife team. And so we've taken a lot of input from her and the realtor expertise. Okay, on the listing side, help us reconfigure this house. And so it goes back to having the right team working with you, that you all bring kind of strengths to the table that you can pull off of and get better ideas and work together. And as we wrap up this video, I know, okay, hey, first video, we're probably about 10% done, 15% done, demo's done. Now we're at that kind of 50% mark where all of the kind of MECs, the mechanical electrical components are in, which was, reconfiguration, updating. That was the hardest point. And so now we go, hey, like, we're going to figure out that remaining 50% should go pretty fast, right?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it absolutely should. The finishes and the fixtures are the easy parts. You don't have to design anything necessarily. You're just picking colors and finishes and replacing them. So it can move a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So from this point on, we see things are in the right places, and now it's just, are we getting materials? Are we getting bodies on there? Are we installing things? We're sprinting to the finish line.
Yeah. So our goal is to have this done really in 5 or 6 weeks is the goal from this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hey, drop a comment in here if you want to ask a question along the process. Reach out to us. REI Funding Partners funded this loan. We're doing draws. We're funding the rehab. It's been a seamless process. But we do plan to bring you a third video when we do get complete. We're about to go on market. And so look for that video coming soon. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Drop us a comment if you have any questions along the way, and we'll be happy to help you.
Yeah, that's so important. Share it with your friends. We want people to see this. We like to show off our work, but we also want to educate people on the flipping process, because there's multiple ways to do it. We're trying to do it the ethical way, and that's what we do.
Yeah, and look, like I would encourage you, if you're thinking about taking action to get into the real estate investing game, do it. We're everyday, ordinary people, wife, family, kids. We have a full-time job. Mm-hmm. We're doing it on the side. This is a side project, literally. So don't be afraid to dive in and encourage you there.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned, guys. Appreciate you following along.
Thank you.